Hello, welcome back. Now, if you've watched the last episode, you know quite exactly what's been going on in No Game No Life, and it's hit this rather interesting little roadblock here with Sora. Well, he's kind of gone, and honestly, it's been bugging the hell out of me for the past couple of days, and I just want to get this over and done with and find out what the fuck has been happening and how it's going to be, how everything's going to be solved, what the solution is, and how Shiro is going to pull this out of the bag, because you know for sure she is. If there's one thing that Shiro does, apart from not losing, is find a way back to her brother. So, let's see how she accomplishes that with episode 9 of No Game No Life. Is this like young Shiro? Okay, that's a bit loud. So we're getting a backstory for Shiro now, just showing that she's been a genius her entire existence. Well, I'm guessing none of it challenged her at all, so why would she get excited about it? So he was a people pleaser from the beginning. And that's when they started feeling alive. Heartwarming. And now uh, you feel the impact when because the juxtaposition of that heartwarming scene to now this. Blank doesn't lose. Blank doesn't. Now that's a cry of despair. The light from her eyes just is drained, along with the colour of everything, but. Where does she. Oh, she's going back to the tiny little room thing. You can see how desperate she is. And the entirety of history has been rewritten, as it were. I hope they don't, like, because they have no knowledge of him. I hope they don't start to try and persuade her that he really doesn't exist. Here, take these pills. It would make you feel better. You'll completely forget. So the only evidence that he ever existed is in her memory. I wonder why that is. Why would that be their conclusion? And why would they change her memories to include someone that no one else can, remember? I don't see the point in that as being a default or a whatever. Blank never loses. Fuck's sake. Stop questioning yourself. That's just the existence of memories themselves. The human brain is faulty. The fact that they're disappearing should inform you that they're real. Because if you had false memories implanted, why would they fade? You don't have to play games to get rid of them then, would you? And that's... No! And she's gone back to how she was when she was a child. Even though he doesn't exist. Sora won't allow that. That's got a lot of emotion behind that voice acting there. I'm not sure the echo effects helped it though, because she's convinced in her convictions. Of course, it's fucking Steph. She can be brought over with the most illogical arguments. But when it comes to emotion, that's when she gets invested. And because Shiro is in this state, Steph believes her. So they've lost a day. Classic. uh, I'm trying to see what the reasoning is behind this. Because it wasn't Shiro that made that. Yes. Okay. One way to thank people, I guess. Right now, the music has changed because they're trying to figure everything out. Didn't take much to get them on side. Well, that's the only real way it could have been done. So... So that's why she can't remember him either. Okay. Come on, Shiro, you can work this one out. I'm not sure how this line of thinking helps. That's creepy as hell. So does he exist in like some pocket dimension where he's alone? Like there's no one else in there? Because that would be worse than what she's dealing with. If he has played a game and lost or is whatever, he's obviously got some plan in place so that she can fix it all. But how the hell is she gonna find the solution when there's no traces of him? So before you see the Eastern Federation, you needed something, but what the hell? Okay, a bit of a jump in conclusion. Kurami. So the rules of the game, for some reason, holy fuck. Did she burn out or did she lose hope? Also, how would this help him? If he wins and gets rid of her, how does that help? Oh, fucking hell. Okay. So, as the game progresses, you become less and less of yourself. Fuck. Well, the fact that Shiro still remembers him either means that their bond is so tight that it's overcoming the commandments, or the game hasn't entirely finished yet. Which is, hopefully, how Shiro fixes this. Because if it isn't finished, she can finish it. If it is finished, she's got to kind of challenge them again. But if they get rid of existence, then Kurami will go, and I like Kurami. I'm not sure how about erasing Kurami would get them the elf either. That. Oh, hang on. I was in Fort and I didn't read that, and it seemed important. Okay, so it's not about just killing them off. Oh, so they could do that if they wanted. All right, yeah, okay, fair enough. So yeah, it's a fucking big risk to take. What would be the... Whoops. What would be the second rule, or whatever it was? For Christ's sake, Jibril, this isn't the time. We need information, not boasting. It's a conclusion you can draw. It seems that way, but not necessarily. Aha! Good. Which will make it easier to fix this. Because if she can just, like, step in... What? Take his place? Okay. God damn it, Steph. But obviously she didn't trip over nothing. Their faces. Once again, Steph is like the butt of the joke, but is extremely useful. Oh, fuck. I know Shiro's impressive, but exactly how the fuck is she going to be able to tell what moves he's made if you can't see the board, you can't see what pieces there are, you can't see the opponents? Okay, this is expecting a lot. Yeah. The thing is, Sora's got to play it in a way that would be so obvious. Fucking impressive way. Getting them on side! If they know everything about him, they'll know he's not colluding with, like, the war beasts. Sora, you son of a fucking genius bastard cunt. Shiro, come on now. Oh, so he doesn't exist, but they're stuck in the pocket universe. So how long have they sat there now? Quite a few hours, I'm guessing. So she's got to guess every move that he would make, which she'd probably be able to do, but then Kurami's moves as well. Okay, so what was most important to him? Quite important. Yeah, I'd give him that. What, and her? The most important part of him? Close enough. Okay, that was impressive. So that game world is kind of collapsed. Sora's back. If he's back and her Karami winning caused him to. That is fucking adorable. She almost gave up on him. She's not ever going to forgive herself for that. Yeah. He's a bastard, but he's not. He's not that much of a bastard that he'll let her stay like that. Mm-hmm. Now, there's no reason to distrust each other. Because if we've got the complete memories of each other, okay, but she knows his plan. He's always one, well, at least like 4 fucking moves ahead. They're building up quite the band of followers, aren't they? He put a lot on the line, though. Keep it wholesome. When you think that you've lost everything that truly matters to you, you start to think about things a bit clearer about what truly, matters and who matters. And unfortunately, unlike in this game world, we don't always see what is important to us until the time is gone, until it's too late. And being able to see the emotional battle that Shiro fought through this episode, just to reaffirm the point that to Sora himself, the most important things to him are not the fact of his own existence. He matters less than winning. He matters less than... His existence means less to him than just the trust he has in her. And the most important thing is, of course, her. Because at the beginning, when it was the little backstory, she could see that he was... Yeah, she could see that he was empty and lying to himself, saying to everyone that he met what they wanted to hear, what they thought would be the right thing to say. None of it mattered. None of it was sincere. And it wasn't until someone came along and actually confronted him on this, or like told him that that's what he was doing, and he knew that someone, at least someone, had the same kind of intellect, maybe, or just the potential. And that's what a lot of this of No Game No Life's entire like plot point is that is potential in people, in humanity, in individuals. And I mean, Sora isn't exactly the most innocent of characters. He's not the most just, the purest of heart, and doing everything for the most noblest of reasons. But what he does, he has full conviction in, and it is for the benefit of Shiro, of the future. And if he can find a way of doing that which includes all of humanity, or humanity, he'll sure as hell find a way to do it. And even people like Steph and Jibril are just kind of cogs in the machine of getting to that plan. Happy cogs, and I'm glad they're there, but overall it is just part of his plan. And I wonder how many steps in front he is, because mostly he's got it all together. He knows what he's doing. There are times that he's just pulling it out of his ass. But the fact that Shiro wavered, she couldn't trust herself, but she could trust him, which says a lot. They don't matter. They themselves don't matter to themselves. It is each other. And if more people thought like that, more altruistic, and thought about other people over themselves, we would do great things. But that's a lot of philosophy and explaining why the human race as a whole is just a shit show. That was a bit of a roller coaster, quite emotional. A lot of No Game No Life has been playing on emotions. It gets you thinking. It tries to question the bigger picture of things, but not directly. It is kind of subversive in its way, that it's trying to get you to think about life itself without just being one of those bullshit PowerPoint presentations that's like, ugh, great, yeah, okay, I'm really gonna give a shit now, aren't I? So, as long as that kind of makes sense, the point gets across. Seriously, it's getting fucking good now. I want to see the Eastern Federation, the War Beasts. I want to see the challenges that they're going to come up against. Because they said that it's going to be like technology, because they've got the advanced technology. What's that game going to be then? I want to know. I want to see more of the War Beasts, not because they've got animal ears and whatnot. Mostly. There's a lot I want to see. I want to see some more races. I'm not expecting it because there's not that many episodes left. I want to see I want to see Tet. I want to know a bit more information about Tet. I want to know obviously we're going to see more of the elf now that Sora's made that deal with her, so that would be nice. That's one thing ticked off my list. I'm just replaying the fucking scene where they just start crying over each other again. it's just nice, heartwarming. And for a cold bastard like me, when it comes to actual real life people, it's nice to actually give a shit once in a while. But anyway, before I make this too long of an outro, I hope you've enjoyed, because this was a clusterfuck of feels, and I hope you join me again for the next episode. I hope you join me again for the next series, whatever's going to be coming. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to like the video. Drop me a comment as well. You know, the guys of you that have been active, have been replying and everything, it just makes it all the much more worthwhile. So I want to thank you for that. And if you haven't, why haven't you? Probably because you think this channel's shit, but who cares? Subscribe as well, because every little helps. And I guess I'll see you some other time. Keep having a wonderful day.